various times. It's never really gone well.
I'm
I
an
seem to
early
recall
bird,
that.
and I'm a night owl, so I'm wise, and I have worms.
What are you talking about? You look totally cool, like a real chick.
I look like the Korean Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly was cool.
May he rest in peace, but Buddy Holly was not an attractive man.
I'm not a garbage man. I'm a muffin man.
When you want to talk sports, you ask folks who have seen it all up close. So on the Al Travis Show, we go with the guys at the end of the bench. Time to talk all things sports.
Love having me here. The guys at the end of the bench, John and Dan. Wow, the NFL, finally it's here. Finally it's here. And what a crappy start that was. I don't know if you caught the game. It was the Cowboys and the Eagles, and I'll just throw it out here for folks who didn't catch it. I didn't watch it last night, read about it. Before the game even had its first offensive play, Jalen Carter from the Eagles was disqualified, kicked out of the game for spitting on Dak Prescott. Before anything, I mean, this is Thursday night TV, everybody's watching, and then when they get into it, Dak says he spits all the time, but he was sitting and he spits between his two linemen, and he does this, but it was taunting this guy. This guy walked over, spit on him. Dak goes and gets the ref. Ref said, yeah, I saw that. He ejects him from the game, and Dak said, oh, I didn't want him to get kicked out. I just wanted the penalty. What a crap start for this game. Then there's lightning, and it goes until 12:30. No one was even in the stands by then. Way to go, NFL. Woo, starting off hot.
When God strikes the game with lightning at the very beginning of the first game of the season, I don't know if that's a good omen. So
it's just we want our young men and women to look up to these fine athletes and just spitting on each other. It's just a terrible look, John.
Yeah, I didn't stay up, and I missed that story this morning. Of course, I got up a little late myself, and I had to do some early work for our board meeting today. But I am going to go back and read that one. That sounds pretty.
And the pictures are funny.
Pretty ugly.
They each have helmets on with a face mask, so they're like spitting at their chests. It wasn't even manly in that way. It was just horrible.
How hard? I mean, man, how hard would it? It doesn't seem like it'd be easy to even get that much accuracy.
Yeah, spitting through the grill. And it wasn't good. 24-20, the Eagles win. Like say, it went to like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. No one cares, but what a terrible start. Let's just talk a little Minnesota Vikings action. A great story this morning in the Trib was this Elijah Williams. Have you heard of Elijah Williams on the Minnesota Vikings? Number 99. Only guy. This is even better than the kid out of Mankato. This kid wasn't undrafted. He wasn't asked to play in the practice squad. He literally showed up for a 3-day camp with the Minnesota Vikings. He was on a Ivy League school out on the East Coast. Gets invited to literally all he got was the training clothes that they gave him, the Minnesota Vikings training. That's all he would get for this 3-day work thing. They couldn't even give him pads because they can't have pads that early. And the coaches liked him so much that, okay, come do practice with us. Elijah Williams, 99, is going to be starting with the Minnesota Vikings. He made the 53-man roster. Read the story on the guy. Just seems like just a great cat. He goes, I got nothing to lose. I'm going to go. I get the sweat outfit, and I'm just going to show them that I love this game. And they said within a day, they all knew that this kid had something. So keep an eye on Elijah
movie. And sounds like that movie Invincible where Wahlberg played that walk-on.
Yeah, for the Eagles, right? So just a good
guy walking in.
Yeah. Just a good feel-good story, and read about him today in the paper. You're just going to like the cat. I don't know if he'll ever get to play. If there's 53 guys in the roster, he's number 53. But that being said, he made the team, and I'm really happy for him. So good. Your thoughts on your
special teams for sure? But
well, yeah,
looking for special teams. I would have to think. I hope for that now.
Yeah.
Now let's bust some NFL down. Where we'll talk Vikings on Monday more than anything else. But I want to talk a couple of in-house games. Your thoughts, Detroit at Green Bay. They do have Micah Parsons now, but as I was reading somewhere, he made it the day before the game. He's got to get a playbook. They probably will throw one or two plays where he can showcase himself, but he probably won't play a ton. Who wins that ball game, Detroit or Green Bay? Ooh,
I would
definitely
say
quiet.
Detroit, but I expect Green Bay to put up a fight.
Okay.
Yeah,
Detroit.
I am gonna call on the unfortunate. I would rather Detroit win, but I think Green Bay is actually. I think Green Bay is taking. I just have a gut that Green Bay is feeling blessed right now, and I don't like that feeling. I really don't. I
They've got
really
Green
don't
Bay
like
by
that.
1.5. That's true at home. It's
Yeah.
that field goal thing, I'm sure, but they've got them by 1.5. So that's going to be a really tight ball. That'll be one worth watching tomorrow. Is there any
It'll be
team
close.
other than in our division, anything that you guys will be watching you want to see? Is there? I mean, Kansas City is the matchup tonight, which I wouldn't mind watching Mahomes play a little ball today.
Yeah, I'll watch Kansas City, maybe watch the Bengals a little bit.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
week one. So I am sorry about not being able to hype up the football season other than the Vikings right now, but pro
We'll figure
football
it out.
week one. I'm but I will be, but I'm just
Hey,
kind of
Bill.
like, oh, that's right.
We have the
I'll
spitting
make-
controversy. That was enough for me today.
I'll make
Go
this
ahead.
prediction. There'll be some big injury because there's always somebody that gets injured in week one to a maybe not a top tier player, but a pretty good or a star player in some team, and he'll be out for the season.
It'll change everything. That's right. All right. Talk some Major League Baseball. I don't even can be considered Major League Baseball anymore. Minnesota Twins lose 11-8 last night to the White Sox. They are swept for the first time in team history in a 4-game series by the White Sox, and it's those White Sox, the 53-88 White Sox, the bottom of the American League White Sox, just swept us. Can it get any worse? I still believe there might be enough games that Chicago could overtake Minnesota. Anyone believe me on that? Come on. 10 games and counting. I think the magic number is 14. Come on. You guys don't shake your head at radio.
I don't think so. I really don't think so.
They gained 4 games on us this week.
Oh, I know. I hear you. But, I mean, that's luck. A AAA team is still, a pure AAA team is still going to win, 2 out of 10 against major league opponents. So I mean, that's about the level that the Twins have to play, like at a 1 out of 10 level for Chicago to even really have a chance of catching them. So I mean, hey, it's a goal.
That's true. John, your thoughts on this? I think he brings up AAA ball. This is a AAA ball team, and I would think if I was Byron Buxton, I'd be madder than HE double toothpicks. This guy's having a stellar season. He's hitting. He's doing everything. He played all year long. We're loving Buxton, but no one wants to see it play because they're not going to go just to watch him in the outfield.
No, that's true. It's got to be frustrating for him, and I give him props for maintaining, I don't know if you call it the company line or what have you, but he's having a great year. Yeah. And I was chatting with Dan online think about if we would have had this Buck 10 years ago, and not being injured we'd be talking about his all-star candidacy right now. But it's a other than like 3, maybe 4 guys on the team, it is mostly AAA, and most of these guys won't be around next year. They'll get invited to camp, but they won't be on the team. There'll be a series of off-season moves and lots of other things going on.
I thought we brought these double and AAA guys up, give them some experience. Do you think the experience of losing and having your backside handed to you on the daily basis is what these kids need to build and grow?
No, maybe. I don't know. It builds character. The ones I'm interested in them. The ones I couldn't care less about, though, are the minor league the guys who are really minor league veterans, the 30-year-olds, the Genesis Cabrera, the Hatch, all these. Those are the guys that are really getting beat up. Now, yesterday it was not. Yesterday, I mean, we really have hope for Adams, but he's not like a high level prospect, but he got shelled to lose the game. But I don't, but we're throwing out these guys who are 30, 31, 32 years old, have not pitched meaningful innings in the major leagues for years. And, it's like, well, of course we're not going to get anything out of them. Of course not. That's the most embarrassing part to me.
Okay. Well, I think it kind of shows, we talked a little bit before we went on, the difference between baseball and, let's say, basketball. Kevin Garnett can get out of high school, be, a monstrous 6'8" tall, handle the ball, literally go to the majors and make a difference, right? This, in my opinion, cannot happen in baseball. I named the last time a kid came out of high school. You got to go through the A and the AA and the AAA. For whatever, it just takes that long to get to that speed. And again, I think they're ruining these guys, throwing them up. I guess football, maybe you could if you're a big enough kid, but they don't let you. You got to go through college or 4 years after. Baseball's an interesting sport that way. John?
Yeah, well, John was talking about before that you got to grow in football. There's still growth to do, physical growth. Yeah. But yeah.
Well, baseball is different that way, right? I mean, you never see any kid come out of high school and say he just made an impact in Major League Baseball.
Because they can't play the game at the speed of the majors. Nobody in high school is throwing 95 to 100 miles an hour. So they have to spend that time working on their swing.
One. Yeah, if you do have someone who can throw that hard, it's like one kid per season out of all of high school baseball. So what are the chances that you're going to come up against that guy? But
even he is going to be so raw that they're going to have to work on him to refine his location and things like that. So it takes time because there's those skills that are involved that are a little more pure.
So you guys say that, and it's like the Twins don't know that. Hey, let's give them a shot. Let's bring them up. We'll sell some tickets. No one's going to the games. You look at that. Was it Bring Your Dog Day? I think there were more dogs than humans.
They just don't have anybody out. They know it.
Why do they not have anybody, John? They gave them away for nothing. Prospects down the road. That's on us. We were 4 games out, right? And it was 2 games out of possibly being in the wild card spot when we blew this thing up. We're 18 and a half games out.
But if you listen to the poll ads, we're building for the future.
Yeah,
without fans.
I was going to say those. Yeah, but Al, John, you guys are. There's lots of really rough, terrible things going on right now. But remember, the poll ads are going to be okay.
Well, we have. Boy, the dripping of sarcasm. We'll go to break on that sarcastic remark for sure. They'll be okay. Wow, Dan, that's years of practice to get that sarcastic. Back after this.
Braver Angels Minnesota is part of a national movement that brings together conservatives, liberals, independents, and others to restore trust, respect, and goodwill in politics. We seek not to eliminate our differences, but rather deal with them head on, with respect and understanding. We do not try to change people's views, but how they view the other side. There will always be differences. Braver Angels Minnesota believes the best way forward is to change how we deal with those differences. Join the civil conversation at mn.braverangels.org.
Achieving your financial goals requires individual planning and a comprehensive approach. At Midwest Money Management, our mission is to provide you with the knowledge, tools, and confidence to feel comfortable financially today and secure about tomorrow. Learn more at MidwestMoneyManagement.com. That's MidwestMoneyManagement.com.
Securities offered through JW Cole Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through JW Cole Advisors Inc., Midwest Money Management, and JW Cole Financial Inc. and JW Cole Advisors Inc. are unaffiliated entities.
as in alligator. L also in alligator. But it's not alligator. It's the Al Travis Show.
And we've got them, the guys at the end of the bench, John and Dan. Let's talk some University of Minnesota Gopher football. I don't know what I got out of watching us take on the Blue Buffalo, evidently the second worst team in NCAA football. But it was a win. We now take on the dreaded Northwestern State Devils. Okay, they're big. More likely we'll win that than Cal, not UCLA, but California University. We should pretty easily grab our 3 wins, and we're halfway to bowl eligible. I ask you guys, is that even fair? I look at that game. Ohio State takes on Texas, number 1 against number 3. They're willing to put it online from the second they start. Now, the new system, you can probably lose 2 games, still get in. But, one of those teams 2 years ago, guess what? You lose that game, you have to win everything out if you're going to give yourself a shot at getting into the bowls. They're playing to play football. Were the Sisters of the Poor busy on Saturday? Why are we not putting them on the schedule? Am I wrong, Dan? You laugh at me. We play no one for the first. Oh, look at our team. We're rolling.
You're not. No, you're not at all wrong. I think the only thing going for the Ohio States and Texas right now is that we're also in a system where if you're going to lose, you can lose in the first week or 2 as long as you win out the rest of the way.
Yeah,
you're good. And that's,
well, now the new format of 12 teams get in as well. You can get to 2 losses, and if your strength of schedule, there's ways of getting in. But it's this, well, look at that. We're bowl eligible again. Let's give the coach another $1 million a year. This is cray-cray. Sorry, John. You're laughing. Am I wrong, John? This is stacking the deck.
Well, it's been that way forever. I mean, you can go back to Jim Wacker and Gutekunst and Glenn Mason, and it was all the same thing. They all got razzed for playing these cream puff teams. I would like to see them step up the competition a little. I mean, not that they have to take on a Texas in game 1 or game 2, but somebody that's a little more competitive to prep themselves, because the Big Ten is still one of the premier conferences in football, and a lot of very, very tough teams that we're going to play either this year or next year, just because of the way that scheduling goes. So what are you doing to get ready for those games?
And the ACC must have some second and third tier teams as well, right? We could go get some of them instead of this, but we don't. Now, I say all that. I will be watching the game on a Saturday, only because I'm really liking the quarterback kid. He had much more to him than I originally first thought, watching him pass the ball and stuff. I think there's some room there. I will enjoy watching it, but it's not because of football competitiveness. Is that all right? Fair to say? You guys watch the game?
I think that kid's got potential. He showed some good stuff in the first game, and it was better than that horrible loss last year. So here we go.
We're up and on the bandwagon. John, Dan, real quick, throw out something about the play again. You guys are getting down there. What to play and where? I got 30 seconds.
Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, and Theater 55, all adults 55 and over that are performing. We will be opening at the Gremlin Theater October 3rd, Gremlin Theater in St. Paul. So theater55.org, and that's theater with an TRE at the end. Theater55.org for tickets.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, John. The guys at the end of the bench. We'll get you guys back in here for Monday for a big bust down of the Minnesota Vikings game. Here we go.
Yeah.
Dust from gravel roads and driveways does more